been trying, and now there is a big success. Now the temple is there. And Sri Sri Radha Krishna also there, Sri Sri Radha Govinda, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra also there, Sri Sri Gaur Nitaya also there, and maybe most astonishing, like hundreds of devotees are there, greeting Srila Prabhupada as their guru, as it was described, grinning from ear to ear, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra at the top of the voice. You cannot even sing higher and louder. When Srila Prabhupada arrived there, so it was pure ecstasy, and all the devotees were there greeting Srila Prabhupada with garlands and bouquets. Of course, they gave Prabhupada donation. So that is amazing, that is wonderful. So that means Prabhupada came out successful in his attempt. And this success is described here, very wonderful and beautiful. We can imagine this temple must have been a really big building, 11, what is this? It was 11 stores, or 11, what is that? 11 stories high. It's 11 stories high with large golden letters running down the front side saying simply, Hare Krishna. So, very wonderful. So, big success. So Prabhupada was very happy and he was very grateful. He said, thank you very much for running this temple, organizing this temple. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today we are continuing with Bhagavad Gita. We will continue in English, because we are English. If I speak in English, then yes, perfect. Then maybe Rosemarie can translate for Kasharikund. And then you can get the German one. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prasade sarva dukhanam hanir asyopajayate prasana ceta sohi ashu buddhi paryavatishtate. Translation. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. There's no purport. We continue with verse number 66, and there will also be a purport. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha pavayata shantir ashantasya kuta sukham. Word to word translation, please repeat. Na asti, there cannot be. Buddhihi, transcendental intelligence. Ayuktasya, for one who is not connected with Krishna consciousness. Na, not. Cha, and. Ayuktasya, of one devoid of Krishna consciousness. Bhavana, fixed mind, in happiness. Na, not. Cha, and. Abhavayataha, of one who is not fixed. Shantihi, peace. Ashantasya, of the unpeaceful. Kutaha, where is. Sukham, happiness. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravina Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? Purport. Unless one is in Krishna consciousness, there is no possibility of peace. So it is confirmed in the 5th chapter, 529, that when one understands that Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the good results of sacrifice and penance, that he is the proprietor of all universal manifestations, and that he is the real friend of all living entities, then only can one have real peace. Therefore, if one is not in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be a final goal for the mind. Disturbance is due to want of an ultimate goal. And when one is certain that Krishna is the enjoyer, proprietor and friend of everyone and everything, then one can, with a steady mind, bring about peace. And therefore, one who is engaged without a relationship with Krishna is certainly always in distress and is without peace, however much he may make a show of peace and spiritual advancement in life. Krishna consciousness is a self-manifested peaceful condition which can be achieved only in relationship with Krishna. Om Ajnanatimmirannasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha pavayataha shantir, ashantasya kuda sukham. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? So with the blessings of all the devotees, I can speak today some enlightening words on this verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, it is very befitting to what we have discussed the past days and weeks together, mostly without internet. So today we can make a nice summary of our Bhagavad Gita sessions from the past time, because this verse actually is showing us exactly the opposite of what we have discussed. We have spoken about the topic that Krishna is the supreme absolute truth, which means on one hand that there is nothing beyond or above Krishna as a person. Even the impersonal Brahmajyoti, the spiritual realm, is not above Krishna. Brahmanohi pratishtaham amritasya vyayasya cha shashvatasya shatharmasya sukhasya kandikasya cha. Chapter 14, last verse, Krishna says that he is the source of the impersonal Brahman, the impersonal Brahmajyoti. And in several other verses, Krishna explains there is no truth higher than him. Mata parataram nanyat kinchit astitananshaya Mai sarvamidam protham sutre manigana iva. There is no truth above me, higher than me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a cord. And so many other verses. We went through the whole Bhagavad Gita, starting from chapter 1 up to chapter 18, treating this topic, and actually this verse is exactly showing us the opposite. If you understand that Krishna is the supreme goal, If you live in Krishna consciousness, automatically all desirable things will come. We have discussed from the 3rd chapter, Sahaya Gya Prachashrishtva Purovachi Prachapati Anena Prasavishadvam Esha Vostuishta Kamatuk. At the beginning of creation, the Lord created together with mankind sacrifice, yajna. And the Lord spoke, be happy by performing this sacrifice, because by performing this sacrifice, everything desirable you will get, and also liberation, automatically. And then we continued, chapter 4, transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge is considered by Krishna so important, so wonderful, pavitram. Krishna uses the word pavitram. Pavitram means, anyone remembers what is the meaning of the word pavitram? Nearly, very near, very close. Actually, the Bhagavad Gita is translated with saintly or holy or holy. Yeah, purified, pavitram, yeah. Sanctified actually. Shishi Prahlad Lakshman Singh Bhagavan Ki. So there is nothing in this world which is so pavitram, pure, sanctified and wonderful as transcendental knowledge. And what is meant with this transcendental knowledge? Arjuna, when you have received this knowledge, you will never again fall into illusion, because when you get this knowledge, you will see that all living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme. In other words, that they are mine. And similarly in the chapter 5, now we have here the final verse, the peace formula, the formula for peace for the whole world. And without compromising, Srila Prabhupada makes clear in the purport that everyone who tries to become happy, become peaceful, what to speak of develop love for anyone, even or at the topmost level, what to speak of developing love of God, but is not in Krishna consciousness. It is just a show. It's not the real thing. And that is one of the most common things when someone comes in contact with Krishna consciousness. And here's the words of Srila Prabhupada, especially in his books, in other words, the words of the Guru. Some people react on these words in a way that they say, yes, it's interesting, but for me, it's too heavy. It's too kind of straightforward. There is no space for other things. There is always only Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Bhakti yoga, serving, devotional service, surrender unto Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. But there are so many other things in this world. Especially in the spiritual section, there are so many types of yoga. There are so many swamis. You can look on your phone how many spiritual paths there are. And I want to be open for all of these. But here the point is very nicely made by Srila Prabhupada. If that is not connected with Krishna, through the Guru Parampara, through the cyclic succession, through the spiritual master, it's just a show. It's not the real thing. Therefore, what Srila Prabhupada is so nicely doing in his purports, he's not giving any space for this cheating stuff. No, there is no space for cheating in Krishna consciousness. We are just directly guided towards the real thing in life, which is the realization and developing of Krishna consciousness. And nothing else, no compromising. That does not mean that someone who is living in Krishna consciousness is narrow-minded. We might think, oh no, I want to be open for the whole world, and just only Krishna, that means I will not develop my consciousness. No, that's not what it means. No, that's not what it means. So that is what it means to surrender. To surrender means to accept without compromising these words. And what the words given by by Krishna in this connection then is Bhaktaram yagatapasam sarvalokam suritam sarvabhutanam gyadvamam shantim richati. Only a person who in full consciousness of Krishna knows Krishna to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, to be the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and to be the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. In other words, there might be so many other paths. We agree, that's true. There is so many other things going on beside Krishna consciousness. And it may look very wonderful and broad-minded. And it may look also very as if there is love involved with it. But in the end, it will turn out as a show. So, and what the guru is doing, what the spiritual master is doing with the disciple, he is from the beginning trying to save him from wasting time and wasting energy with such cheating paths. From the very beginning, Krishna consciousness. So therefore, these words are so directly. And Krishna explains then one of our verses that we also were discussing in chapter 15, asamudha. Therefore, it's so necessary for us to develop this quality, asamudha, being free from doubts. Yomam evam asamudha. Krishna says, one who knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubt, sarvavit pachatimam, he is the knower of everything. One who knows Krishna without doubt, he knows everything. And therefore, he engages himself in Krishna's devotional service. Therefore, he is a devotee, because there is no doubt. It's not worth trying anything else. There is no need to be open for the whole world and so many other things. When you have Krishna, you have everything. Everything. If you know Krishna, you know everything. If you love Krishna, you love everybody. If you satisfy and please Krishna, then everybody is pleased and satisfied with you. As he also explains in another chapter, Krishna says that one who is engaged in devotional service, one who serves Krishna in love and devotion, he is dear to everyone and everyone is dear to him. If you serve Krishna and love Krishna, you are dear to everybody and everyone is dear to you. Today we have discussed a little bit from the Nectar of Instruction the qualifications of an Uttamadhikari. And an Uttamadhikari is not a narrow-minded person. Uttamadhikari means the topmost devotee. He is a Mahabhagavata, the highest achievement of a devotional life. He means to be a pure devotee. And this amazing paradox we also have discussed is that he sees everywhere Krishna, and that he sees that everyone serves Krishna, and that he sees that everybody is a wonderful devotee of Krishna, and therefore he is looking and thinking of everyone as in a loving way, in a well-wishing way, and a benefactory way. He wants to benefit everybody. Therefore, he is the best friend of every living entity. But only he himself, he sees himself as not being a devotee. And that is not a show. That he is not doing out of such a pseudo-spiritual paths as we have nowadays so much everywhere. Spirituality, angels, meditating, higher planetary systems, astrology, beaming somewhere and getting channelings from other planets and all these pseudo-spiritual shows. But when a pure devotee says that everyone is a devotee, but he himself sees himself not as a devotee, he is not doing this as a show. It's not that he is playing to be so humble because he is afraid of falling down or something. No, he really sees himself as being insignificant, small, and not at all advanced as a devotee in comparison to all others. He sees himself really so. This is an amazing paradox in Krishna consciousness. This is what makes the adventure of Krishna consciousness so fascinating. This is not to be explained by mundane, normal words. This is what you are supposed to experience on your journey in Krishna consciousness. That when you start thinking of yourself as completely insignificant, as completely nonsense, and someone who Krishna cannot use for anything, as useless, then suddenly Krishna will reciprocate and show you and tell you, now there is no more false ego. Now there is not the big devotee. No, there is not the philosopher. No, there is not the big kirtanero. There is not the big book distributor. There is no more this false ego. Now I can work with you. No more material false ego. And suddenly you will be suitable to become an instrument in Krishna's hands. Today in the morning we heard about, actually we want to become an instrument in Krishna's hands. How can we become an instrument in Krishna's hands? Actually, that's what we are praying every day for, dear devotees. We are every day chanting like anything, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And when you are on Sankirtan, it's even more heavy because you know what will come today. You will go out on the street and you have to be prepared. And how do you prepare yourself for the street? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So intensely, the bead bag has to smoke. Dust have to come out of the bead bag. It has to burn nearly. Hare Krishna, 60 rounds. And what we are praying for actually is that may somehow or other Krishna please use me. Actually, that is our prayer. It's not that we are meditating and praying that we will become and we may be elevated to something. It is that we pray that please Krishna, may you please use me. Please take me and use me. Similarly, when we cook or when we make an offering, what are we doing? We are praying and we are longing for, and we're saying, please, Radharani, please take it, and please give you this to Krishna. It's not that I can cook for Krishna, but if you mercifully, kindly accept it and you take it to Krishna, then Krishna may be very happy with it, because everything that comes from Radharani, Krishna loves intensely. So that is our prayer. It's not that we become something, we want to be used. We want to be an instrument. We want to be used by higher authorities. And how can we do that? We can do that when this material ego is not there anymore. Then suddenly we will experience, the more we agree that we are actually insignificant, the more we agree that we are useless, the more we agree that we are completely fallen, and the more we agree that we are completely unqualified, the more qualified we will become. This is the paradox in Krishna consciousness. You cannot explain. This is on another platform. This is spiritual life. Spiritual life means it's not on the same platform as material things are working. As things are working as we learned it in school, from our parents, from our teachers, from whatever. But in this way things are happening, we understand this is transcendental. This is spiritual life. This is simply wonderful. And actually, it is pretty easy. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's not impossible. Actually, it's all the time accessible. We could all the time turn towards this consciousness. What we have to give up for this is our saying, our mind who says, yes, Bhagavad Gita, yes, Guru, but that we must give up. But there is also other paths. But there are also other ways. But there are also other people apart from devotees who are wonderful, who have a loving big heart, who are spiritual. This but we have to give up. And we have to say, no, it's really only Krishna. And I surrender to that completely without compromising, not only taking one part, and that tastes good, and the other part which is not tasting good, I am not ready to accept. No, we accept everything in totality. Then suddenly these things can happen, that Krishna is ready to use us as an instrument. And then it will become really interesting. Then we can make really interesting experiences. Suddenly things are coming. Suddenly things are working. Suddenly things are going on. Suddenly the feasts become unimaginably wonderful. Suddenly people are coming one after another and just taking these books, and in the evening the whole trolley is empty. Actually, from the materialistic point of view, not possible. I have planned so much to do it by myself. And then when I said to Krishna, now Krishna, just forget about me, I'm just useless, whatever. But anyway, I try it, I do my duty. Suddenly Krishna takes over and he's doing it. And when Krishna is doing it, it becomes most successful. It's wonderful. Krishna did it again. He can do it every day. Whatever we want to achieve, whatever we want to do, Krishna can do everything. That is a wonderful meditation. So we shall attempt for this determination free of all doubts. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Let there be only Krishna. Let it be for Krishna. Let it be done with Krishna. And for me, it's just important to become an instrument. Free from this, but there is also something else. No need something else. No, just accept this philosophy as it is in totality. There is the explanation of the highest truth already given, written down. We can read it every day. Just one verse, as we read today, smashes all other attempts of happiness, of peace in the world, and all other wonderful things that we are longing for. Ultimately, of course, love. If we are trying to achieve love, want to have peace, want to be happy, want to be satisfied in life, this is the formula, this is the way. It is Krishna consciousness, to serve Krishna under the guidance of the spiritual master. And then Krishna is also, of course, he is requiring, so everything else, give it up. Give it up. Not a small thing. He's not violently pulling it away from us, but we have a free will. We can say, I want to give up this voice that constantly says in my mind, but there might be also another way. No, let me without false ego, in a humble state of mind, be a servant of Krishna, without looking at the result, without comparing the result of my service with myself. Like we say, I only will do this service when there will also be such and such a result, because this and this result is befitting me. This is an intense false ego. For example, you go on book distribution and say, okay, I will do today book distribution, but if I cannot distribute 20 books, then I will not go. Because 20 books, I did already nearly 200, so why should I go out and distribute 20 books? So this attachment for the result, we also have to give up. No, we have to do it because we know Krishna likes it, no matter what is the result. When we attain this inspiration and this motivation, I do it not because of the result. I do it because I know that Krishna likes it. That is really powerful. Somehow or other, the greatest gain that we can get in our time of trying to become Krishna consciousness is the glimpse that Krishna shows us a little bit, I like it. When Krishna shows us a little bit, this service you have made, this means so much to me. I love it. I like it. This is what Krishna means actually in the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita with transcendental knowledge. Immediately, if you please Krishna and Krishna shows to you a little bit, I like it. You understand, I'm an eternal servant of Krishna. This is me. This is my real position. This is who I am. I am meant for this activity, an activity that pleases Krishna. And this is who I am really. This is the real thing. Eternally, suddenly doors are opening. All these limitations and conditions of this material world that we are living in, and I am voluntarily living in, is just suddenly freeing and it's just opening and it's not there anymore. And the freedom into the spiritual world opens when we develop this attitude. I do it anyway, no matter what the circumstances are, because I know Krishna likes it. This is really powerful. And this is actually what means love, isn't it? I know someone likes it, therefore I do it, no matter what is the result. The result, whoever it may be up to, I don't know, but I just fulfill my part. And my part and our part is to be an instrument and to be a servant. And the result then may not be up to us. But Krishna shows us how much is possible. In that sense, we have to become broad-minded. In that sense, we have to get a big heart and a very big mind. We have to think very big for Krishna, because Krishna can do everything with us. He can use us for any big things. Like we see this temple, in the Prabhupada in New York, 11 stories high, I mean, why should Krishna not be able to have a skyscraper? Why can devotees not have the highest building in the world, make a Hare Krishna temple? Of course it is possible. The question is, do we think like that? Do we give it a chance actually? Or do we say, no, we just think a little bit, we think a little bit, then Krishna will use us for other things. But if we think big, and if we put so many books into the trolley, and then go out and say, let's Krishna do it today. I just be an instrument, but Krishna can do it, I know it. Then you can do so big. Then you can do so much. So in that sense, we are meant to become broad-minded. We have to be open for everything in that sense, that Krishna can do everything with us. If we are open and free from material, false ego, which tells us, oh, I'm so poor, I'm suffering, I had such a bad childhood, I had such and such parents, and so on, I cannot do it. No, this is false ego, material ego. Get rid of it. This is not who you are. You are not that. You are a part and parcel of Krishna. Has nothing to do with that. So this is all false ego. In other words, if we do not just simply accept these words in totality and give up everything else, we are still attached to this nonsense material false ego, that we think of ourselves to be someone who we actually are not. But it could be so easy. It could be so wonderful and so easy. So this is our challenge every day. Our journey through Krishna consciousness is a challenge every day to get rid of this nonsense false ego. And how do we do that? Our part is clear, what we have to do. We have to chant all the time, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Asamuta, free from doubts. Free from doubts. There's nothing else required. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And we should make it a habit to do that all the time. I wonder so often, just wandering around in a temple, going to the bathroom, going here, going there. So many devotees are around. No one is chanting. Everything is silent. You go into the bathroom, 4 or 5 devotees are inside. Everything is silent. No one is chanting. Did I something not understand correctly? Did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sit on the toilet and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare? And someone told him, you are sitting on the toilet. You should not chant Hare Krishna because Krishna is so pure and you cannot chant Hare Krishna on the toilet. It's an impure place. No, I should chant everywhere under all circumstances, always Hare Krishna because Krishna is so wonderful and pure. I cannot stop my tongue flipping around by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Isn't that what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did? I think I understood it. He did it. Why is everything so silent here? Always so silent. We should try it all the time. Or maybe I am not so advanced like everyone else, and everyone else is just completely absorbed and chanting in the mind, completely in trance and samadhi, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, silently. Sattva guna. Sattva guna. We have to be on sattva. Shh, not so loud. We have to be nice, and we have to chant nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Let's make a revolution in this world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Chai, revolution. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen like this. We have to be loud. Prabhupada says this message of the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad-Bhagavatam, it should be spoken loudly. We should shout it into the world. Very loudly. And especially the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should shout so loudly, So many bands are there outside, so many festivals are there outside. How loud can they be? I mean, it's amazing. This year I visited like 5 or 6 festivals, sometimes sleeping just near the stage in the van, and it was lying there so loud. Hare Krishna. Just imagine, we could be so loud. That would be cool, isn't it? We should be so loud, actually. Tumultuous. Tumultuous. Chapter 1, verse number 19. The sound of the conch shell was tumultuous. It broke and teared into pieces the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. It was tumultuous, the sound. So just imagine tumultuous kirtan, tumultuous harinam, without amplifier. No electricity and amplifier needed, because there are millions of devotees singing and chanting together the Hare Krishna mantra. Every festival, every rock band, every show can just go home against this, isn't it? We can imagine. I could imagine it. I could imagine this is possible. It would be possible. It would be pretty ecstatic. I would like that. This would be the greatest show, actually. And how often? Just once a year, special day? Every day. Every day. Every day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Every day, again and again, so that every demon comes and says, you are constantly always singing this Hare Krishna, can you not sing something else all the time, this Hare Krishna? Yes, very good. And so all the rascals and the demons, they will come up, they will be completely disturbed by this chanting, and they will chant themselves, and slowly they will also accompany us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And suddenly all these demons and rascals, they also chant in the kirtan, and they also become devotees. Shave up, get tilak, get neck beads, only eat Krishna prasadam, become vegetarian. The miracle is happening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission is spreading. The demons turn into Vaishnavas. So let us make this as a mission. This is a wonderful meditation. Let us think big like this. It's possible. I'm looking forward for this. To tumultuously shout and scream, disturbing for all the rascal demons, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Prahlad Lakshmana Singh Bhagavan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.